Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello, watchers, runners, and gods of the time stream. Grab a plate of food to your left, dodge the creepy pig to your right, grab a chair, conjure a table, and join us to talk about all things a dungeon run.
Dungeon
My
Run.
stream isn't working, so I have no idea what any of you are saying,
They
what
say
trash
hi,
you're talking. I
and
can't
you look
see.
fabulous,
Why,
probably.
thank you. We are all feeling festive here on the watch party. I'm currently wearing my Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie t-shirt. I'm feeling super festive after this last episode, which we're going to dive into. But before we talk about holidays and cheer and segments coming up, um, I wanted to quickly go over what we're going to see today. We haven't seen them have a watch party in 2 dang weeks, Renee. 2 dang
I
weeks.
know, it's been a long time. I've missed everybody.
I
And
know,
you,
I
how you
missed
been?
you.
Good?
I know, we haven't talked to each other at all in 2 weeks. This is crazy.
That's not even true at all.
So in today's episode, we're going to recap briefly the last two episodes, 73 and 74. We have a very quick but I hope fun trivia with Angel Devilson and Grimfated. And
Mhm.
then we have a little tiny guest interview with Mickiwolf, the one and
Hey,
only
Mickey Wolf.
Mickiwolf. She
Mm-hmm.
couldn't be here live today because she works and she has this night schedule, but we did pre-record a cute little interview. She's a
She's still
sweetheart.
alive, though.
Is she really? Is she here?
No, I mean, she's alive.
Oh, she is. She
Yeah.
is. It's been
Yeah.
a long day, guys. It's been a long day. So opening thoughts of the last two episodes. Renee, take it away.
Opening thoughts. So these weird creatures are gross. The one on the bridge was super creepy, right? It was like humongous, and I was waiting for it to like massive damage, and then those little suckers of doom and calamity, and it threw Uggo, and it was so little, and it just totally threw him, and I was like, ah! But then they whomped him in the end, and James and telekinesis was really cool. Um, really sad about the mutilated halfling was sad, and then Profi is like super cute, like a really cute blind man, and I felt so sad, and it was like this really sad moment, and I was like, man, Jeff, if you introduce this really cute guy only to like take him away from me, I'm gonna be really sad and hurt. But he's really cute, and I love him, and I love all these talks that we're having between the party, all these little moments. Like I'm really digging. I dug the Zanelka Civ moment that they had briefly, and I really liked the Civ Uggo moment on both sides. I love that. And then here we go again, another off to another fight in the middle of an orchard, which was terrible. Also, only to go to another fight here in a minute with a snake chicken.
That was a
Bang.
good recap of the
Yeah.
last two episodes.
Yeah, and those are my thoughts though. It's like fight, a little bit of okay, a little bit of, family time, hanging out, meeting this new guy that I thought was really cool, and then to another fight. You know what I mean? Like okay, like that. That's how I feel.
That was a roller coaster. I finally have the
Just like
stream
that.
working and I can see everybody. Unicharge in chat, aka my best friend Eric. I didn't know you were on Team Force of Evil, but that is the most exciting news I've heard.
Oh, well, hello, Eric.
That's the most exciting news I've heard all day. Yeah, so now I can see you guys. So hello, hi, and welcome. Yeah, that was a roller coaster of thoughts, Renee. That
Also,
was
don't make fun of
exciting.
me. It's not nice.
I try. I do what I can. I really loved the conversations that did take place in the last two episodes.
Hmm.
I thought the conversations between Zanelka and Civ in episode 73 was very meaningful. Hard. It wasn't an easy conversation, but it was definitely meaningful, and I really enjoyed that. Um, in this last episode, I really enjoyed Frothy and just kind of the Thanksgiving vibe. I'm a huge fan for any show or movie that kind of incorporates, holidays, not just American holidays, but holidays, traditions, and kind of do a nod to what's going on in the real world. I love that. So the fact that they actually had like a little Thanksgiving feast, it was just really festive for me. Um, and once I'm in a festive mood, it all excites me. So I really loved that. There were aspects of the battle that I really enjoyed, and even which we'll get into the Civ and Uggo conversation in this episode was really great and meaningful. Overall, I give episode 74 a 5.9 malls.
Ooh.
Yes, 5.9. The pacing was really nice. Like I said, I enjoyed the festiveness of it. And then the battle was interesting. I thought it had some cool things to it. It didn't feel like 4 hours, so that's always good when you watch something and it doesn't feel like 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna say 5.9.
5 point. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So why don't we just dive into it then? Why don't we talk about the conversation between Zanelka and Civ real quick?
Do it. Go right ahead.
Okay. Well,
You always make me go first, so go right ahead. Give me yours.
I'm always jumping to go first. That's all I do is go first.
I mean,
Oh, Casparence's only on the waffle meter is a 58% a good grade.
it's true
Well,
though. It's true.
for the record, if anyone is confused about my mall rating, uh, five, eh, 4 and under would be considered a bad episode. Five, just a solid five, is a it was a good it was an average okay good episode, and anything above five is this is a good episode, and then it has varying degrees. So yeah, 5.9 is good, Kaz Farron. It was a good, solid, good to watch, homey, festive episode. All right, okay. Uh, I really like the fact that Zanelka came clean to Civ about coming from Olsbach, and they kind of had like a real. It was just like a real talk. Like they were in a. It was weird to me because they were talking. They were trying to open up to each other and kind of feel each other out as far as if they
Yeah.
could trust each other, what was happening. But at the same time, they were still in the same conversation, putting up the walls between each other too.
Yeah.
A perfect example was when Civ, they were connecting because they came from the same place and they've had some of the same struggles, and then Civ throws out there, uh, yeah, well, you lived on the better end of the city. Those were not his exact words, and I'm usually good at quoting, but he was basically like, you had it better than most of us, which was like
Yeah.
a backhand compliment type thing. Yeah, it was a very organic, interesting conversation about, yeah, just kind of interesting how they were like sussing each other out but putting up their walls at the same time.
I think that's exactly what they were doing. Also, 'cause it came from the, we don't really trust you. Do we trust you? I'm not sure. I think it came from the ones before where Civ, he's got the scroll. He's made it known. She's like, hey, your group doesn't trust me. So I think they're feeling each other out, seeing where those lines and boundaries are.
Yes.
What can I say? What can't I say? Are they cool with certain things? Yeah, I thought the same thing. It was very cute. And also, I mean, it's obvious Civ is concerned about the curse anyway. I mean, he's mentioned that before. He mentions it again shortly after about, you know, he was pretty sure Fahim already had it, and that's why he keeps that around. So I mean, he's still like, trust, but not really, and so feeling each other out. Yeah, we're from the same city, but just because we're from the same area doesn't mean we know each other. Doesn't make us close.
Well,
Yes.
well, you also reminded me of the other part of that episode that really stuck out to me, which was Fahima and Uncle's conversation, where Fahima was very. Okay. Hear me out. Uh, yes, Webstar, that squeak was my phone, and I turned it off, and I apologize. Ignore my joke, Bose.
It was totally fine.
Uh, don't jump me first. Let me explain. Fakima was very like naive. It was almost like a fun little revert to showing her age and how young she is. Because when she was talking to Zanelka, she just kept saying, "Well, they're my friends, and you should trust them. Just trust them." And Zanelka's like, "I trust you. I don't trust them." Like it was just like a nice, refreshing taste of her innocence, where she's just like, "Can you just like?" She was just like practically begging Zanelka, "Just trust them, just do it." And it was like,
Yeah.
that's not how life, that's not how trust works.
Yeah.
It
She's
was
like,
just,
because I trust them, you should trust them. And Tanaka's like, yeah, no,
that's not how,
no.
that's really not
And
how
like
it
shortly
works.
thereafter, then we get to a part that I really like too, even though you and I were talking earlier about how there's probably a better way to go about it, and maybe it could have been said with some tact and maybe away from, but then Ugo tends to always say the hard thing. I think that's my dog. She's singing to all of you, I guess. Anyway, um, so he always says the hard thing, and while I agreed with you from earlier that could it have been done at a better time, yes, and it probably could have been done a better way, but he says, when they're talking about her brother, do we trust him? I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a conversation they probably should have had. Should it have been then? Yeah, maybe not. But I mean, he's the one that's going to say the thing that's hard. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that's going to say it.
Right. And to fill you guys on what specifically we're talking
Yes,
about
that's
is
Roxy, everybody.
I I was saying earlier how like it was a tension moment because I agree it was important to talk about. Ugo is very good about bringing up the important but hard questions.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I resonated with Zanaka in that moment where
yeah,
she knows that these people just want to get rid of her. They don't trust her. They don't want her around for Hema. Oh wait, of course you're going to bring up my brother and how we can't trust him or if we should
yeah,
trust him. So I don't blame it for triggering Zanaka.
for sure, for
Um,
sure. I think it was a
yeah.
touchy subject for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and I agree that maybe it should have been done with a different kind of tact. But is that really Ugo style? Is to be tactful? No, he's very forward and he's very blunt, and he's going to say what's on his mind, regardless of the the way it comes out, very blunt and very out there. He's going to say the hard thing. So
Yeah, no, I really loved the conversations of episode 73. I
yeah.
thought they were very yeah,
Well, yeah,
it's
and
I
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I really love it when not only the characters' relationships, but like
Yeah,
the the natural tension kind of follows, and then they figure out a way to like smooth it over.
yeah.
I
Well,
just love
yeah,
how they don't dilly dally over conversations nowadays. They're very on it, at least lately, when it comes to
mostly yes.
addressing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly.
For sure.
Um,
And I think that helped have to happen with James when he was like, I can do that right now. I can send him a message right now. You can hear me. I'll put it in your words. I'll tell you what he says. And I love that, Zanoka was like, yeah, say this thing. And she was right there. And, James said it in her words, and she was able to, and I think that helped maybe build up some of that trust between her and them, and so that kind of helped build
mhm.
some of that trust that he was like, no, really, they're okay, like just trust me, they're okay. And I think that helped build some of that trust between Zanoka and the party. So I think that was a little bit helpful.
And yes, and Cam said, I love that he tried to have tact while talking to Civ in the next
Yes,
episode,
a hundred
though,
percent, 100%.
which is a good segue to that beautiful
Yeah.
conversation. Yes, you could see Otto trying so hard. He's like,
Yes.
I need to be careful with my words and
Yes.
this and that. But honestly, I loved how Civ was very much like, it's okay. We're friends. You don't have to watch your words in front of me. Was basically what Civ said in a very nice way. He didn't use those words, but he was basically like, "It's okay. Just be you. You're not going to offend me. Like, just be. Don't walk on eggshells when we talk." But it was so heartwarming to have them really talk out in depth, which is something I think James and Ugo still aren't there yet, but Civ and Ugo can do it pretty well. Like Ugo was saying, I don't understand this. How does it work? And Civ was like, let me literally break it down for you, taking away the I guess difficulty in language. He was just like, simple. Don't trust. Do this. This is how Ulchboss works.
Yeah, I think breaking it down and not just putting it in other words, but putting it in a way that Ugo can understand. He's like, look, this is how it works in Orc,
Mhm.
in your the way you grow up and what you've seen. And actually, Cam, I've been thinking about this a lot, so I'm glad that you brought that up. And breaking it down for him instead of like trying to get Ugo to see it from their perspective, like seeing it from Ugo's perspective and putting it in a way that he can understand and breaking it down on his level. I thought it was beautiful the way Civ approached him um, from that perspective, and I just loved it. I loved that conversation altogether, and I loved when he said, James has been trying to teach me to tact and how to approach things, but then the way Civ approached, like met Ugo where he was and tried to try to they both spoke in a way that they both understood, And I love the advice that Civ gave him. It was very like compassionate, which was beautiful, regarding his brother. And I was just like, man, this is a beautiful conversation. I love this moment. This is great. This is a great conversation. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. And actually, Ugo and Civ haven't had a chance to talk like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't think, they usually, especially like after, like Charon and all that stuff, they really haven't had a chance to really talk, the two of them. Ugo's talked to James, and Ugo's had it out with James, and Ugo usually talks with Lily, and Ugo will have his moments with Fahima. But with Civ, he really hasn't had a chance to actually talk and bond. And I really loved that moment. It was really good. So I
Yeah,
really, yeah.
Chef Scott in chat said that deeper character development makes for better
Hmm.
role playing, and I think you hit it on the nail with what I'm attempting to say, but I don't word today.
It's
It's
fine.
true. I think we're at a point where all the conversations, because we've seen the depth and the growth of each character and relationships and as individuals, most of the role playing conversations are just that more in depth,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're just that more rich in watching, and it's just beautiful. It's more amazing to watch, and I think that's like constant nowadays because they always bring it. They
Oh yeah.
It's just nice to see them so in character, because I know we've talked about how there are times where we feel like maybe they step out of character at important moments, or at least I have.
Oh,
But
I'll
yeah,
say it. Yeah.
yeah, lately they're just really rocking it with just being in the moment, in character, doing their thing, and it just makes
It's
for good,
intense. That's my word.
good,
Intense.
intense. It just makes for good television, a good
It's good
show.
storytelling. I'm in it. I'm in it with them. I'm right there, and I love it. I love every moment. Yeah, for sure.
And then I have to mention Frothy and how adorable he is, and
I
just
know.
how, again, I said it in my opening thoughts. I just really love the festiveness and how it was. A lot of people were telling me they kept thinking of Beauty and the Beast, and like how everything is going around, and I was
Oh
like, I
yeah,
can
yeah. I
see
could see
that.
that. Sure. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and just it was just this happy-go-lucky scene. Who cares about the monsters outside? In this room, everybody's having a good time, and it reminded me in a little bit. This is maybe too meta, but it really reminded me of today and what we're dealing with, and how the holidays, especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's more about let's just stop what's going on in the outside world because 2020 is a mess, and let's just take a time to pause and just have a really good moment.
It was like a
uh,
good Italian dinner moment. It was like just a good all together, all around the table moment. For sure. I really liked it. I was curious though. I'd heard some chatsy doodles about
yeah, okay, then, okay, I'll announce that right now. But first, Not Spencer's Boat said hashtag justice for Frothy in advance if anything happens to him. He hasn't died yet, which goes along. It's exactly
don't
what
put
we
that on
were.
him. Don't you put that on him.
Right, exactly. So Renee and I, unfortunately, we're not able to watch either of the episodes live, and so people have been graciously filling me in on basically the big gist of how the live chats, been thinking, what they've been saying. And Renee and I definitely found one that was super interesting about
Yes.
how in the live chat as a whole, everyone was very upset at how they left Sanelka, but more specifically Meep, but left Sanelka and Meep
And
with
also Lolo.
and Lolo with Frothy when they were going into the orchid, and I thought that was
Orchard,
interesting.
orchard, orchid
Orchard.
flower,
I
orchard.
talk a lot. Renee, take it away.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. I wanted to know because since I wasn't there, I wasn't a part of the conversation. Like what everybody thought, like was the problem, and or what was the issue? What was the better idea that you guys were all thinking? I don't. I'm not
So
sure what the problem was.
Spencer's boat, not Spencer's boat, said I was really mad. So Renee and I were a little, we were confuzzled by that just because one, it was great that Jeff left Sanelka because one,
I
Jeff
thought
has
so.
made it,
Yeah.
he's made it very clear that he doesn't like NPCs particularly helping in battle, which
I
is
neither do I.
again why Whitebeard usually just stayed out of the way for the most part. But it's the same thing. Like he didn't want the NPC helping in battle. It's a lot for Jeff to deal with. So he intentionally was like, Zanaka's going to stay here. And then we thought it was smart to have Meep stay because again, we don't. Renee and I don't think anything's gonna happen. But in case something does, we thought Fahima was thinking smart by
Right.
leaving Meep with Brophy and Zanelka so that she could. She can shoot a fire signal. She can fly. I mean, they're emotionally connected. She can just want
She's got,
Fahima on the spot.
attacks. She's got things that could happen. I mean, I was not sure where the problem was. I mean, I don't. I think that Zanoka wouldn't do anything only because of Fahima. Like Fahima and Zanoka. I mean, let's get real here. They love each other, okay? And I don't think Zanoka would do anything, especially considering what they've been through at the Ashen Mages area, and Zanoka's seen some of Fahima's powers. I don't think that she would do anything to bring that wrath upon her own self. I mean, and also now that she knows that they know where her brother is, they've seen what happened with Vargan. Like, I don't think, and I could be wrong because I don't know what's happening in Jeff's little mind or in his world or anything. This is not, I don't know. But I don't think that Zanoka would double cross Fahima. I don't, or the party for that matter.
Well,
Um,
and I think according to chat, some of the people were worried that Zanelka would turn on Frothy
that's
because
what I
of her
just was addressing.
bloodlust.
Oh, well, that's what I was just addressing, and even regardless, though, she just ate a big freaking meal, man. She's probably gonna
That's
pass out and go to like take a nap.
that's what I was about to add to you. On top
Yeah,
of her not wanting to betray everybody, she just got done eating a lot. Like I don't think her bloodlust comes back that fast. Is what I was going to add
yeah.
to
I'm not
that.
exactly sure how that works, honestly, but I don't think that she would. I really think that she would fight it as long as possible, and if anything, I think she would like try and like run away. Like, I don't think that she would attack him. I just don't. And
Hmm.
I know that they had mentioned leaving Mr. Whispers there, but again, I think Civ had mentioned he can only talk with him within 100 feet. um I just don't. I don't. I didn't see another plan that was smart. I thought Fahima was smart leaving Meep there, leaving a way to get a hold of them if there was a
Yeah.
problem. I know we talked about that piece of mirror possibly, but I did not see
Yeah.
another way.
Yeah. And do we also agree it was smart? And again, we knew Jeff left Zanelka there for logical
Right,
purposes,
for the not
but
using NPCs and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, but even then, I thought it was smart in general to leave someone or something there because
Right,
you literally came to help this man. It would be
right.
kind of
Yeah,
weird to just leave him defenseless by
yeah.
himself.
Hey, yeah, we'll take care of your problem. We'll clear it all out. And then you're like, ah, oh no,
Yeah. Oh well, we did
we
just
got them
leave you
all,
by
but oh,
yourself.
oh,
Yeah. So
no, no.
we were totally on board with that. And then obviously Lolo. I mean, it's a baby, so you should leave
Yeah,
it
and
in.
I think Jared is all over. Jared slash Civ is all over knowing exactly which Achirai gets hurt, which one is where. He is. If you have watched the last 3 episodes, he knows exactly which one is where, which one's been running the longest. Which one has, which amount of
Civ is on
damage,
it.
when to feed which. Like he knows. He's been exactly on it. He is on it. So there's no way Civ would have just been like, "Oh, we're taking the baby with us into danger." Like, no, Civ is on it with those
It is
Achirai.
so cute too because you see Jared every time. It's like pancake moved up 4 steps. All right, like he
Yeah,
like writes it down
and he was like,
instantly.
"Before I go in, let me feed them and make sure everything is okay."
He's all about the Achira these past
Yeah,
episodes, and I think it's great. Maybe we'll actually be able to keep one coherent storyline with the Achira and not switch their names every 10 seconds, which
maybe,
I
but I
love.
mean, in any
I
event,
love
I
it.
really thought that that was a smart move on
Mhm.
the party's part. Well, Jeff, I think eventually somebody would have said, "Let's leave somebody with him," but I thought it was a good, solid move, and I thought Fahima was smart in leaving Meep there as a signal or something. I was not sure.
100%. And then when it came to the battle was interesting. First and
Yep.
foremost, I get it. It's a bittersweet thing. I thought a lot of the things that the party did were really smart, which in turn,
Cam.
once again, we don't get to see Jeff's awesome
No,
abilities.
paying for
So
that too.
yeah, so it's a very bittersweet thing. It's like, oh wow, I'm impressed and happy the party came up with all these cool things. But at the same time, I'm like, again, especially being Team Force of Evil, I really would love to see what some of these baddies can bring us. Uh,
Seriously.
it would be fun. So with that being said, I loved how they decided not to stop the Bardo. I thought that was very smart, and stop it and get out. That would have put them on even ground at least. But by keeping the Bardo moving, I thought it was smart. I think it's what I would have done. Why would you stop in your enemy? It made smart to do that, which allowed them not to do a lot of their moves. They had to kind of focus on moving and jumping and
Yeah.
just at the top of my head, I also really loved in general how someone who I was talking to brought this up, but the fact that there was a little bit cohesiveness this battle, which I enjoyed a lot. So, for example, Fahima turning Go into a mammoth, it was just a little bit more team play. Than usual with our beautiful party, and I loved that. I loved how Ugo got excited and they were in on it. Um, the infamous scene of James helping out by barfing up Lily, that was a thing.
I don't know that. I mean, that was a force card. It wasn't like a
It
like a.
wasn't for it was
It
not a
wasn't like a.
teamwork
It wasn't
thing.
like
That
a
was
thing. It wasn't like a thing. But I did like I did like the mammoth. I thought that was great, and I thought that like the obviously it's got its own abilities, but like tossing the thing was cool, and just the way you use the mammoth is just great. It's just great.
oh,
I'm like you. I wanted to see what these things had. I was really excited that they got to go first or whatever, and then I was like, and what else you got? Cool, weird goats and weird pigs. What do you got? And he's like, and they can jump. Uh-huh. And then and he's
yeah,
like,
but
"Man, these guys have really cool things." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Let's see them." And then and then they're like hypnotized, and I'm like, "Oh."
uh,
I mean, yay for the party, but I want to see a weird pig dude and I don't know. I just want to see something really just. I know it's really gross. Like I just want to see something gnarly. Like, what do you got, man? So I'm
yeah,
hoping that like with the way it left off, that snake chicken thing is really creepy looking. So I'm really hoping, like, not that it's going to kill anybody, but I really want to see some cool, like, just cool things. I'm sure it will have some cool things. But I agree with you on the cohesiveness. I liked that they seemed to work more together this time. And I did like that it was on a, quote, moving Vardo. I did like that a lot. Um, Snicken? Yeah, yeah, I guess. I guess that's what it would be, right? A Snicken?
not
I don't
not
know.
not Spencer's boat said Fail just really wants to read people's messages, and you're not wrong because I wanted to say which space made the comment that they did put the Bardo at risk towards
Yeah.
the end, and that is true. That is very true, and that was the thing. It was risky, and I liked it because in the end it worked in their favor. The way they kind of just kept the Bardo moving and all of that. But I agree. I mean, one of the Achira got very injured. I mean,
But they did
they
switch it out. So, I mean,
I know, but they got if they didn't get lucky
chirping.
or something went wrong, that Achara would already be gone. Like they got lucky, and in the end, it was a risk that was rewarded, but it could have gone a totally different way. All
I
right,
like where I like where that's going. Chirpant,
I was
Chithon.
gonna say, I guess we're guessing, we're trying
I
to
like
figure
those. I
out.
like those a lot. But no, I agree. They did put the Bardo at risk. But if they would have pulled over, Civ/Jared was right. I mean, they would have thrown a wheel. And yes, Fahima does have mending, but that's more time, and that's more, possible pigs/goats/whatever barnyard animals could have come out and attacked them at the same time. So I think that slowing down and continue to move along was a good idea. I thought that was great. That force card was disgusting. And also, I have not said this at all, but I think these force cards are brilliant. All of you that are writing them, I mean, I've wrote a couple, but they have not been chosen, which is totally fine. But everybody that's writing them, brilliant. I love them. I love every part about them. They are disgusting sometimes, but also great. They're
Yeah.
great. I
So
love
Jeff,
them.
in case you're curious, I guess chat decided the thing was going to be called Chirpin, Snicken, Snooster, or Chithon.
Chithon. Yeah,
So
those are
your
our
pick,
votes.
Jeff. But that's what
Release the snackin. Oh, that's a good one too.
that is cute.
That's a
Not
good one.
Spencer's.
Not Spencer's vote. I like all of these. So, really.
Uh, Sorry, I just before they went away, I wanted to read those. Yes, I 100% agree. I'm
Yeah.
I'm very obviously I'm very happy about the force cards as of late, and I want
Yes.
to tip our yeah. I think Renee and I both want to tip our hats to everybody who's creating them, because it's
They're
us.
brilliant.
Like every card that has come up is due to the community. So
Yeah, I mean, even the good ones. I mean, I am, in case you don't know, Team Force of Evil, but even the good ones that come up, even if they do have a cost or something, I I read them, but I also hear them. I'm like, man, that's a good one. I mean, it's good, but that's really good and disgusting. I really like it. It's good.
yeah,
Okay. All
I'm
right.
I'm I'm convinced. I really think it should be the snack in. It should be released the snack in, because
It's
that's my
funny. It's a good
favorite.
play on words. I like it. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely like it.
This
Yeah.
is my uh
Yeah.
Witchface said Civ may liked my Force of Evil, but he will really hate my next Force of Evil. We'll see if it gets picked.
Yeah. We'll
Stay
see.
tuned. I
We'll
was
see. But I
surprised
really
to
liked it. Yeah. For
yeah.
sure.
So
I liked it.
the force cards overall have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you got to talk about the fart pants,
yes. Let's talk
the
about
fire
that, because
fart pants,
that
the
was towards the.
fire flatulent pants.
I thought that moment was okay. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm not the biggest fan of like outside of character jokes and like carrying on
Same.
outside of character jokes. That's not my forte.
Me neither.
However, I actually loved this one. I was more in character a little bit, because that was Fahima's thing, right? When she
Yeah.
gets
Nervous.
she gets nervous, she burns her
Fire
pants,
farts. Yeah.
and I loved it. I thought the whole scene was wholesome. It was just so cute. And then Jeff, when he was like, the fart was telling, it was just funny. It really
It was.
was.
It
I
was.
and because again, I think especially now that we're in one time zone, we're not separating with the team anymore. We're now going to consider that a secret room. But I loved how Fahima held back.
Oh, I loved it too. I absolutely loved it because she sort of made mention of that at first when they were looking at the
uh,
animals, and then when questions were asked, we did the fart pants. So I like that she didn't just spill right then,
yeah, it was a
but
good
she did
nod
say
to
she
us
yeah.
about what she was talking about, but
Right, but
she
I
stood
did
her
like
ground.
that when it was followed up with a "Are we in danger?" It wasn't like a "I'm not going to tell you that." It's just a "I'm not ready to talk about that, but no, we're not in danger." Like it's just like it's nothing like that. I can't talk about that right now. It's just a
Yeah, and I thought that was honest. I mean, it was a brutal moment that wasn't necessary for her at the time, and I did love
yeah,
the way Lily worded that. Is it going to
yeah,
put us in danger? No.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
your thoughts. Like,
I
that's fair.
appreciated that about Lily, and it's not the time for that. It's not the time for a little chatsy doodle. It's we I just need to know, are we in danger, and let's move on. Let's keep on going to the snack in. Let's move it along.
Yep.
I did like that. I got to tell you, I love the growth right now. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Love
It
it.
was really
And
good.
yeah.
And so I thought for our finishing thoughts, to be in the holiday festive mood, and this technically was like a Thanksgiving episode. I also wanted to show off, because I'm so in the Christmas spirit.
Oh
My
yeah, let's show off paper.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I have Star Wars wrapping paper for Christmas. You can't really
Yeah, I got
tell.
little Santa gnomes with
It's okay.
glasses.
And I thought it would be cute if we all spent a minute to talk about one, how it's the amazing holidays. I have my Die Hard shirt on,
I
but
have.
we didn't get to talk about on Thanksgiving week, so I wanted to quickly say a couple things that I'm thankful for this year. Yes, Brandy, I know you love wrapping presents. You can come over and wrap all of mine. I'll see you when you get here. But I'm very thankful this year for the show and this community. That's a given. I'm very thankful that due to not great circumstances, but the silver lining was I got to start watching the show live this year, because I was not always able to do that because of work. And I'm also
Yes,
thankful,
Jeff Scott, blind ropey Santas.
in retrospect, also, I know, I'm sorry, but it truly is one of the things I'm thankful for this year. I am thankful that I got the gift of seeing Whitebeard's backstory, and I'm thankful for Whitebeard this year, because I got a lot of him, and it made me very happy. All right, Renee, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for caffeine. I'm also thankful you found me on the Discord. I am thankful for this wonderful community and show. I'm thankful for my dog. And also, I am thankful that I'm able to do my job at home. So while things are what they are, I'm able to still work. So I know there are lots that can't, and I'm able to actually do that. And I'm also thankful for my health. So I guess also my family. But I also love my nephew, so I'm very thankful for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and the community has really got into the Christmas spirit too, and it's actually been
Yeah.
cheering me up. So, for those of you who don't know, we've actually organized a Secret Santa
Mm-hmm.
for the community this year, and I'm super excited that
For the Gen also.
yeah, and a little over 30 people signed up, agreed to give gifts in exchange and be festive. And we have the Secret Santa channel, and everybody's posting about it and what to get and being all
So
secretive, and it's
excited, and
adorable.
it's great.
And really,
It's true. She
it
was.
really was, it was a beautiful thing because there were people who reached out to me who didn't sign up for the Secret Santa and were just like, listen, I don't want a gift in return, but if you get an odd number of people or if something goes wrong, I don't mind sending gifts. There's just, this
Yeah.
community is so generous and so awesome. And it really, truly, truly warms my heart. And it was the catalyst of why I'm in such a good jolly spirit this year. So I appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah. I love it.
Um, and no, not Spencer's boat. That is incorrect, but that's fine. We can
She
go with
was.
it.
She
We can
was.
go with it. So now that time has gone by super, super, super fast, and it's already been way over the 30-minute mark. Let's
It's just so
start.
fun. It's so fun.
I know you're great to talk to. Uh, let's kick Renee out and bring our trivia contestants up here and do a little bit of trivia. Hi, Grimfated. Hi, AngelDevilson. How are you two today?
Doing pretty good.
Doing good, but I'm feeling a little ganged up. It's team force of evil versus one force of good. I feel ganged up.
Technically, maybe you should have made wiser decisions in your life.
Hey, I was blessed by the Candle Queen.
Oh,
Someone
well,
has to lead team force of good.
yeah.
If I get sacrificed today, it'll be worth it.
Well, you heard it from her. She said it'll be worth it. So I thought today's
It's
little
about to be worth it.
We'll see. We'll see. We're taking bets, by the way, just for funsies on who's going to win out of the two of my beautiful friends here. But I thought it'd be fun. We're just going to do a brief, cute little fun trivia. The theme of this trivia is called "Who Am I?" And I'm introducing a segment where we're going to play an audio clip, and you guys have to try to guess who are they. Name the NPC in the audio clip. And it'll be fun. So we backstage flipped a coin like all sports do. AngelDevilson won the toss and wanted Grimfated to go first. So let's just dive right into it. Let's do it. Question 1/clip 1. Take it away, Joey.
Look at that. Mr. Otterpop. They have come to make good on their deal.
Who is that NPC? Who am I?
Is that the Viscount?
Yes! See? This is easy. Ding, ding. 1 point for you.
I got my one question right, so we're good for the rest of the day.
She's like, bye, guys. Bye.
Have fun.
You might know.
AngelDevilson, this next video clip is for you.
Oh, goody.
I don't think I want to study magic anymore.
No, you should. It's a very
You're
noble.
very talented.
It's an art.
Okay, let's go.
Your aim was really great.
Magic missile hits automatically. It's like you don't even know anything about magic. I don't. Just point at it. It's a cantrip. It's so easy.
Literally one of my favorite NPCs. No cheating in chat. I just realized you guys could totally be reading chat. Who actually got this one correct? So
It's Grell.
ooh, 1-1. See, I'm totally evening out my trivia levels here. All right, just keep it going. Grim, question number 2. Hit it.
It's bad. We barely got out of there with our lives. We lost 4 men. 4 men. 4 good men.
For the record, this is the hardest one in the trivia. No one in chat's chat doesn't know any at all. So I'm gonna give you a hint. This is someone did get it right. Oh, I feel better now. But here's your hint. This person also said one of my favorite quotes on the show, which is, "Death is not the end." When talking to Ugo.
Sharn?
Did you really just guess? You're not cheating?
I don't have chat up.
Shush, you get it right. And it was Sharn. Ages 13 in chat did get it correct. It was Sharn. And everyone's like, oh, good job, Grim. Everyone is on the board. AngelDevilson, let's see if you can keep it going with clip number whatever.
What do you have?
Well, I don't have anything because it's the center of the city and there's a moratorium on magic, right?
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't sell that to you and I wouldn't even suggest I could. But if I knew a guy who I do, I would tell you it's in the northern part, just outside the town, in the shanty, me cousin.
Just like,
It was the cousin of Joel. Olaf?
Good job. Not Spencer's note in chat says, Fail should watch out. She's training her possible challengers. Bring it. But yes, I have to have some competition for it to be fun. But
My brain hurts.
you guys are doing amazing. Let's see if we can go undefeated. Let's see if we can get none wrong. Hit it, Grim.
The heroes approached the dragon's lair. Having sought in vain peaceable admission, they reached the inner sanctum through the use of the silver key.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at the chat's answers.
You're like, wow, that's really nice of you. Just laugh at me.
No,
It's
I'm
fine.
laughing at
No,
chat's answers, not you.
it's fine. The lady of the house.
Yes, I was laughing because Chef Scott said white lady, and I was like, no. Cam so far has gotten most of the questions right, and of course, Ages 13 is also killing it. You guys see this isn't hard? I'm so excited. I think we have one more for AngelDevilson, I think. No? Is that it, Joey?
Oh, hello. Who might you be, then?
We're looking for Jorel.
Well, aren't you lucky? You found me instead. Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is the last one. You got this, Vanessa. You got this.
Brain hurts. Wex?
Sure. So there's been
Or
some
wax?
massive confusion on whether it's Wex or Wax, but it's fine. Yeah, we're going with both. You guys so far are killing this trivia. One more after this, says Corbin Play. Thank you. So, Grim, you get one more. I'm loving this undefeated streak. I'm digging it. Let's see if Grim can finish it off undefeated.
I would like this under the beach, under the sunshine, drinking the pine rumple, huh?
Yes, very good.
I know.
Was that Frophy?
Yes, yes, that was. I know you guys are gonna know.
Like, I know it.
It was just to see how well you guys paid attention in the latest episode. You guys are killing it. You're not done though. Just because I want to make sure that they're not cheating, I want chat to hold for 5 seconds before giving answers, because I got you. Grim, are you ready for the second part of Who Am I?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I wrote it on my phone. I'm not just texting. Who am I? I'm a conscientious objector, and my grandfather is an idle elder.
Oh, was it Donk or the other one?
I don't know. What is your answer?
I'll go Donk because I can't remember the other one's name.
Vanessa, this isn't your point, but do you know?
Umbrian.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Umbrian? Is that the other name?
Humrian. Yes, it was the other one,
Umbrian.
Grim. So close, so close. So
I couldn't
close.
remember his name.
Uh,
I knew it was like Umbrian, Humbrian, Cookbrian. Too many names.
Vanessa, this is one for you. Who am I? I am a bald man, tiny spectacles at the end of my nose, and I wear a wool coat. Who am I?
Oh God. I'm blanking so hardcore right now.
Okay, chat.
I don't think it's Erdenfurt.
Oh, is that? Are you guessing or?
No. Fesh. Is it Fesh?
It is Erdenfurt, unfortunately. You guys are both tied. This one's for you, Grim. I have spent much of my life as a prisoner. I am clever with my words, and I enjoy a good laugh. Who am I?
The sea hag.
Yes! I made these myself. Aren't they fun? Here's an easy one for you, Vanessa. I like cheese, and I'm really lucky. Who am I?
Mr. Whispers.
Grim, this is the last question. If you get it right, you guys are tied, in which case... No, I think you're winning by one, Grim. So if you get this wrong, we'll go to a tiebreaker question. We currently live underground and often dump our trash in holes.
The Drow.
Who are we? Oh, there we go. See? I also want to point out, because I like to win, we also made a bet backstage between me, Dyson Cakes, and the Ravenqueen. They both said that they would get under 3 correct, and I very confidently said over 3. I just want to point out, Failwaffle always wins at the end. Cheers! You guys did great! Congratulations, you guys are awesome.
Good job,
Grimfated. Yeah, no, you did great too, Vanessa. You did great. You only got 2 wrong. It wasn't like you did a lot. You did good. You guys are amazing. All of you. I'm hoping we can have a big trivia thing with all of the winners coming back, and it'll be fun. And then I plan on continuing to up my trivia game. Overall, let me know how you guys think about these segments. But thank you guys for joining me. Let's bring Renee back on real quick before we get to the interview, because she's great and I miss her, and I love throwing Joey off. But our special guest today is going to be Mickiwolf. Like I said, she couldn't be here live today. So we did a little cute pre-recorded interview with her, and she's just a sweetheart. Last episode, she dropped 4 potatoes and 30, count it guys, 30 advantages for Fahima. So yeah, why don't you guys get to know Mickiwolf as a watcher? Joey, Mickiwolf, how are you on this fine, beautiful afternoon?
I am good.
So tell us, as I've already told you, you are one of the very frequently asked guests on here, and we have so much I know that everybody wants to dive into and ask. But I thought it'd be fun, because it's what we always do. I thought it'd be fun for you to tell us a little bit about how you found the dungeon run. You said it was a funny story.
It is.
But
okay.
Yeah, tell us how you got into the show.
So me getting into the show was me watching a YouTuber that I usually watch. She had just gotten into Dungeons and Dragons, and she had kind of how you say it, she plugged herself into a D&D show that she was doing called Dark and Dicey, which is an anti-hero campaign. And I had watched the whole thing all the way through, and about a month later I'm rewatching an episode and it comes up on my YouTube page, recommended for you, the dungeon run. So I watch it, and I became super interested in it. I had found out there was already 5 episodes, so I caught up within that week. Episode 6 came out on YouTube, and so then I ended up coming and joining in live on episode 7.
That's not that. That's pretty early.
Yeah. I'm like pretty early, but for me, the funny part was I was watching a separate YouTuber at the time, and it just showed up as a recommended thing.
Okay.
And
hey,
for me, it's
in case you guys are curious, your advertisement works sometimes.
Yes.
So I have to ask, because I know it's what everyone else is going to want to know. What got you, what started your amazing, undying, unwithering, unfaltering love for Fahima Tig?
Oh, I truly don't know. I think first off, it was pretty, and then the accent, and then just how badass she can be whenever. So it just has emphasized from there, and then over the course of the show, her story arcs have just like blown me away. Just when she says Mickiwolf just drives me crazy. I've become a blushing mess.
Aw, you have a crush on do you have a crush
yes.
on JLP, or do you have a crush on Fahima Tig?
Both.
Okay, you have a crush on both.
Both.
Okay, fair enough. So what is your favorite thing about Fahima then?
She, even though she describes herself as a young adventurer, I think she has like this, how do I describe it? You would describe it as a fire in her, and I'd call it more like a determination, and she has hard-headedness, stubbornness to kind of deal with anything thrown at her, which just is lovely to see, especially when she's wanting to find her dad or when she learns something new. It's, you just see this light, like a giant light just flash in her eyes, and she's just
You really are just like starstruck. Like you just like
yes, like,
just...
I can't describe it. I think I've said it to a few people. They're like trying to describe Fahima to me, and I'm like, just utter perfection. Like you have to watch it to understand what I would say, because I can't say it.
I mean, you did a good job. So then what would you say besides Fahima, what characters do you like or enjoy seeing on the screen?
Lily.
Because nobody needs to know you at all to know that Fahima's your girl.
Oh yeah.
But you would say Lily?
Fahima. Lily.
Okay, and what do you like about Lily?
Her songs in general, her personality, her positivity, just her bubbly personality is like, I'm not jealous of it. I actually like wish I could tone down all the stuff that's wrong with me so I could be that bubbly person all the time, because I know I can be that bubbly person all the time. It's just really hard for me to be that bubbly person all the time.
Right.
Because I'm not comfortable with certain people, but I'm comfortable with everyone on here, so.
Well, and I think that's a testament just to why people really do gravitate towards Lily, because even in the group, right, the party, she's the Mrs. Positive that everybody wishes they were. You know, I mean, so I think that makes sense. And
okay, I have a feeling that if you think 300 years later, something like that, Lily is going to be Grammy Dumblestuck, like, because I think that's where most of her traits come from, is her grandmother.
So, not favorite per se, but can you tell me a moment of the show that really stood out to you, whether it, hit home for you? Just what are some of your favorite moments from the show?
So many that I can't name anymore, but one of the biggest ones and one of the more recent ones was the Fahima crossover into Act 2. Literally because I was catching up and listening to it via podcast, and I was at work. And this is all going down, and then you just hear me saying, no. And I just wanted to jump in so bad and punch the Ashen Mage, just blackmailing Fahima. I'm like, really? Really? You want to do this to her? I will punch you in the face in a Mississippi second if you even try. And it turns out she ended up going over. But she had a logical reason, so I forgave Fahima for switching really quickly.
So
I'm like, I completely understand why she would switch.
So if she became Darth Fahima, would you not?
No, I probably still would love Fahima. Because it would be like a double-sided, to where I could see probably where she's going and where she's coming from in this whole situation that's causing her to choose these situations and become dark.
What if she's just more of a badass when she's evil?
She's more of a badass. That's just hotter, honestly.
So then you wouldn't have a problem with it.
No, not really.
There you go. So, maybe if you gave a yam every once in a while, maybe you'd get your way, Mickey. Maybe you'd get your way.
I'm playing myself Team Chaos, and Fahima has chosen good, so I will go good. That's kind of my logic.
I don't need that on the screen. Okay, thanks, bye. No one's gonna hate you. Do you know who I am? I am the captain of Team Force of Evil, and I promise you, not too many people hate me. There's some out there.
Don't hate you. Maybe enemies. I mean, come on.
Exactly. So you throwing a yam every once in a while, no one's gonna judge you. It's a very, very friendly community.
I'll make a deal with you. Next time I go on, I'll drop some yams. Where's my camera?
Yes, we filmed it. I will. That will make my day. A deal has been struck here today.
A deal has been struck. We do not have a date because I do not know when I will be off and be able to do it.
All right, you ready for some word association?
Yep.
Okay. I'll start with Joral. Start easy.
Hilarious.
I'll go.
A lovable goofball.
Zanoka.
Best partner for Fahima besides me.
Okay, so you do like her.
Yes. I'm like, if I was in the show, I would probably be like the quiet one sitting in the corner pining after Fahima. But then Zanoka comes in and I'm like, well, I'll just be there then.
We're just waiting for Zanoka to mess up.
No, I'm just waiting for Fahima to realize there was someone already there.
I see. Let's do Donk.
He reminds me of my brother.
And what does that mean?
My brother's hardworking in his own way, but he knows when to say, stop it, and I'm not going to do this.
Okay.
Reminds me of a conscientious objector known as my brother.
Gotcha. Okay. Dondo.
Dumbledore.
I love it.
I'm like, I hear about a white beard and the wisdom just flowing out of him, and I'm like, dude, you're Dumbledore.
Okay. We're gonna switch over for a couple seconds, and I want to do some Canada and Cantata.
Oh, it's
okay,
really
ready. You're fine.
All right.
Ready?
Ready.
Dance. Can you dance?
No.
So
I cannot.
Cantata.
No, I cannot. I cannot dance. People say I can because my hips don't lie, but I cannot dance.
Cooking.
Cooking? Yeah. I can.
So Canada. Okay.
I'm in between. I can cook some things. I can't cook a lot.
But what you can cook, is it good?
It's pasta.
Oh.
Good pasta. I have gotten compliments from family, so I'm taking it as a win.
There you go. I know you can, but I want you to talk a little bit about it. Draw.
I can.
Hey, tell people.
It's more of I've had an obsession with art. I've doodled, I've sketched, and over the time when I become obsessed with something, I probably go over on a board like Fahima's Monster Manual. Took me a month to do 18 episodes, plus a few describing scenes that Jeff had done.
Tell people a little bit about that, for those who don't know.
So, Fahima had talked about on a previous rundown that she wanted a physical, like, monster manual, that she wanted to, that her spell book was basically what it was a monster manual, a spell book, diary, everything in it. So what I did was I took a leather brown journal, thinking about like the fantasy time period type thing. So I took a leather brown journal, and I started drawing all of the monsters that the team had met up until about episode 18. And that's when I sent it to her. And apparently she freaked out and loved it.
Yeah, because that's really cool. That's a really, really cool thing. Tell everyone else about some of the other art that you've done, because you've made some pieces.
Oh, I've done some that I've kind of stopped doing because I've been all over the place and all my stylists are all over. But I have done a Fahima portrait type thing that's more cartoony. I have done a giant landscape of all of our heroes of Bengal with the wardens and how I see how they go into like their state of being unconscious for a week.
So cool. Yeah.
And then I think I have one where it's the same thing, but they're all together in like one giant shot that I haven't finished yet because I just went all over the place.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I think a lot of people really were excited for you to keep doing your art. So I know you've been busy, girl. You work hard,
busy.
but
I have a Zanoka Fahima thing I'm trying to work on, but I can't get the proportions for Zanoka and Fahima right.
Aw, well, keep going, keep going. Do you play D&D?
I have been able to do at least one physical section before COVID. And because of work stuff, I can't really do it online as often as I want to. And I have a bunch of dice and everything.
Okay, so you're like ready to start playing
I'm ready
D&D.
to start. I have a character that I want to play so bad. But
maybe one day. Maybe one time in the future.
Maybe one day Zephyr will be able to be the Luna Lovegood of a campaign. Who knows?
The Luna Lovegood of a campaign. I love that.
Every time she's an air genasi, so every time I think of it and like the description the air genasi had, they have like this light and airy feel. So I keep thinking of Luna Lovegood because of how her voice sounds, and I'm like, that so works so well.
Nice. Well, just so you know, I know you know this already, but the community really does have a lot of members that are always looking for groups and one-shots even. Even if you could get together and just do a one-shot on a day that you have some time at night. That way you can get the start of the D&D kick. And I think that'd be really cool.
I'm like, I've watched many random D&D things or anything that I'm like, wow, this would be super fun in D&D. And I'm like, I wish I could do it.
You can. You just
My
have
work schedule just sucks.
You just have to put it in your schedule, girl. You can do it. I believe in you.
I know.
I believe in you. Okay, Mickey, if you have nothing else but you last call, anything else you want the viewers to know, see, anything about the dungeon run, anything about you personally, any fun facts, anything else? This is your time, girl.
Me personally, we all know I'm obsessed with wolves. I'm obsessed with horses and barrel racing that I wish I could get into, but we don't have the funds for a horse or anything, so hopefully one day. And I am a lonely, single gay person.
I love how, by the way, this whole time, like, since you turned on your fan, your hair is just like...
I know! My hair is so long! And where the fan is, it just blows my hair.
No, it's beautiful. I like it. I dig it. Thank you, Mickiwolf. I know it's a long time coming. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Always. You were one of the founding members, and then, like I said, a lot of people have been dying for your face to make an appearance, and I'm glad it did. Thank you for spending the time, and hopefully you get to see everybody and participate more on the Discord and be live soon. And on that note, everybody, humankind.
Bebo!
Bebo!